At the table is Jim Coleman from Coleman Crest Farms. Welcome to the table.
Welcome, Jim.
Thank you for having me.
We are glad to have you at the table. So tell us a little bit about Coleman Crest Farm.
Coleman Crest Farm was founded and purchased by my great-grandfather on March 27, 1888, James and Lucy Ward Coleman. And they raised a total of 6 kids on the farm. They had tilled this farm as slaves. And he served in the Union Army. When he came back, he went right back to work at the farm. He had been a slave, now he was a sharecropper. And thank goodness for the Union Benevolent Society, he was able to borrow a big jumbo mortgage of $1,200 to buy the farm that today is called Coleman Crest Farm. He bought it from John and Mary Darnaby. And he purchased the farm. They raised a total of 6 kids on the farm, 2 girls, 4 boys. One of them was my grandfather. And then my grandparents took over the farm in 1910. And they raised a total of 7 kids on the farm. One of them was my father, Sam Coleman. And my parents went to Kentucky State. They graduated from there in 1949. Then they took over the farm in 1950, and they had 5 kids on the farm, with me being one of them.
Wow.
The day my great-grandfather purchased this farm, over 300 of his descendants over the next 135 years were able to go to college, including myself. It paid 100% for me to go to Howard University.
That's incredible.
Very important.
Such a rich story. And you recently, a couple years ago, got that property back.
Yes.
And have been doing some amazing things over there.
Yeah, you actually have a restoration celebration that's coming up, so we need some details on that.
Okay, it's going to be on September the 14th, Thursday, September the 14th. It's going to start at 11 a.m. Kathy Plowman, who's our council member, is going to be the host of it. And we've invited everyone to come out to really listen up to all the things that we've accomplished over the last 3 years. When I came back home in 2020 after the passing of my wife, Kathy, she and I were married for 37 years, and you know, we lived in New York, and I decided to not go back to Kentucky, but to move my life forward to Lexington and to come back home. And I came back home to restore my heart and to restore my farm. And we had purchased the farm from my mother in 2001. So I made a pledge to the community. Mayor Gordon was out there, the entire council. I mean, Lexington knows how to do it.
I was there. I remember it.
It was an amazing day. Helicopters in the sky. It was going crazy. And I made a commitment that we were going to build a brand new house on the farm. We were going to do our best to become organic certified, and we were going to launch a brand new farmer incubator program to teach women and disadvantaged youth all about farming. And I'm pleased to let you know that mission accomplished. We are making it happen today. I've got a brand new house. We're going to have an open house there on September the 14th. We're going to give tours on the house. We're going to talk about organic farming, of which now we're certified organic. We're the only African-American owned farm in the state of Kentucky that's certified organic. And on top of that, we've got an incubator program. So it's mission accomplished. September the 14th, it's going to be a great celebration, and we're going to have a blast in talking about what's happened over the last few years, our commitments have been made, and what our future's like.
That's an amazing story. And the thing is that so many stories of African Americans in agriculture are not told, are not known.
Absolutely.
So what are you all doing to help change that?
Well, one is that I'm working closely with Ashley Smith at Black Soil. Ashley, she is the Harriet Tubman of the Black Farmer Movement. She is an outstanding soul and angel. I love her, and I'll tell you, without her help, everyone wouldn't have showed up at the first announcement on the restoration. So we're working with her. One big thing that she's worked with us on is that she worked a deal out with KDA, Kentucky Department of Agriculture, along with Dare to Care over in Louisville. And it's a food pantry. And so they've guaranteed for Coleman Crest Farm, we're going to have $1,500 of produce to sell to them. KDA is helping to subsidize it, and we're going to provide that food to people who are in food deserts, as well as families that are, you know, in need. And so we're doing good and doing well, and that would not be happening without Ashley. She's doing that with other minority and African-American owned farms in the state of Kentucky. So that's one thing. And we're going to just get the word out. We've got some great customers. We're going to have continued events. We're going to have an incubator program. And then one way you can hear all about Coleman Crest Farm is to simply go to our website at Coleman Crest Farm, as well as you can read about the history of the farm in my book called Cut the Crap and Close the Gap. You can get it on Amazon.
I love that.
You can get it anywhere, but it tells the history all about my farm and what my ancestors did to get us to where we are here today.
It's a great book.
That is incredible, Jim. It really is. And you know, for folks out there, you talked about the book. Where again can they find it? And then also the information about the event, the time, and all of that again.
You can get the book at Amazon, anywhere books are sold. On top of that, you can go to our website and learn all about our farm as well as the upcoming event. We've got it all up on our Facebook page, so you can go to Coleman Crest Farm TV, and we've got an Instagram page as well as a website where you can go there and learn all about this big event, as well as all the other things that we're doing. You can stay in touch with us, like our page, follow us, come out for a tour. Ashley and a host of others, Organic Association of Kentucky, they've had tours. So anybody in the community, this is a community asset. And so it's good to be back home, and I want to welcome the entire community to come out and learn all about organic farming and Coleman Crest Farm.
Oh, thank you so much, Jim, for being here and for sharing
you
your
all so
story.
much.
And congratulations on the restoration.
Thank you
Such
so
a
very
great,
much.
great thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
All right, everybody, stay with us. Coming up after the break, we're going to share a crime fail, and we're going to highlight our woman we're talking about.